morning to you. We're gonna go in on this topic, man. A lot of folks have been coming down hard, calling to cancel Stephen A. Smith for his comments on political activists, politician, whatever you want to call it, Jasmine Crockett out of Texas, man. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it this morning, man. We're gonna wait a little bit, see who all's out here, who all's in the algorithm, who all wants to tap in, have this conversation with us this morning. Hit that like button. If you're jumping on in here, we're gonna turn this volume up. We're gonna have this good old conversation, man. What is jumping? What is jumping? What is cracking? In a second, so I can pull this thing a little bit closer to me. There we go. All righty, man. All righty. Hit him with the what's my boy's name? Damn, hit him with a Jim Carrey. All righty then, man. The Mask. Let's get it. Hey, I don't know what y'all think about this whole subject. It's going viral. TNP got to give our opinion on it this morning. See if we can get some views, get some content, get some traction, man. I've watched the video one time before. Gotta watch it some more. We're gonna play her reply, and we're gonna go in on this shit, man. Lately, he's getting a lot of backlash. Stephen A. Smith's getting a lot of backlash. A lot of people are calling him a coon. A lot of people calling him a sellout. A lot of people are saying he's afraid to not attack. He had a conversation. It's been two things that went on recently. He had a kind of a conversation regarding with Serena Williams' husband. It was kind of an issue between them that they had online. He had guest hosted on ESPN. And this situation right here. So a lot of people are saying he is afraid to call out the powers that be. But he has so much smoke, so much energy, and so much vitriol for people that look just like him. So we're going to go in on this conversation, have a good old conversation this early morning, and see how y'all, what do y'all think, man? See if we can get some folks in here tapped in. As we see Plies calling him a house nigga. A lot of people are saying he's a sellout. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people saying to cancel him over his comments. So just going to go in and watch some of the original posts. So it's been a lot. There's been a lot going on.
This is Stephen A. Smith.
I want to see the original post. Anti-Trump agenda. A lot of people have called it an attack. I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't take it that far. Black women attack Stephen A. Smith over. I want to watch the original. That's what I'm trying to get to. A lot of people have jumped on him trying to eviscerate this man for his personal opinions on this whole subject. But I'm trying to find the original. Stephen A. rips. Everybody's saying he ripped her. He ripped her. He ripped her. So I'm trying to find the original video.
Hey man, y'all not tired of...
Let's see if we can find this original, man. So yeah, he's had a lot of fallout from this whole situation. Had a whole lot of fallout, man, unfortunately. People are definitely quick to have a knee-jerk reaction to things nowadays. Responding to Jasmine Crockett, blowback. A lot of people call him a sellout. He had a lot of blowback. A lot of people saying to cancel him. So I'm just trying to get to the original post. A lot of people are saying he's basically afraid to call out the powers that be. That's basically the whole situation that he's getting a lot of flack over. There's a lot of people are saying he's basically afraid to call out the powers that be, but he's quick to call out his own kind, man. So I don't know what y'all think about that or what y'all consider. Stephen A. Smith, Jasmine Crockett. Original video. See if we can find the original.
Straight Shooter with Stephen A. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the special edition of Straight Shooter with yours truly, Stephen A. Smith, coming at you as I love you every single week. Normally, I'm coming at you on just Wednesday nights. What happens?
Fair use, man. We got to speed this bad boy up a little bit.
But I felt compelled to come on the air a little bit earlier this week after what I've had to endure this weekend. What I had to endure this weekend were an abundance of people talking a whole lot of stuff about me because they did not like what I had to say about Representative Jasmine Crockett. She is a Democrat out of Texas, Texas's 30th congressional district. Her work, and her verbiage and all of that stuff speaks for itself. And she has become, a big time public figure in essence, not just as a representative, but speaking out on a plethora of issues involving the current administration and the White House, et cetera, et cetera. And I made some noise last week because I had the temerity, the unmitigated gall to say this about Representative Crockett when talking about the state of our politics in the midst of a government shutdown, by the way, that has unfolded since October 1st. Take a listen to what I had to say last week, please. You Jasmine Crockett or somebody like that. Ladies I respect, intelligent women, no doubt. But how Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable.
Does that not sound like the left and the liberal left and the traditional left? The rhetoric and speaking points they have is basically just anti-Trump, and it's literally nothing about the actual subject arguments or anything that actually has to do with us citizens on this level. It's just to bash Trump, bash Trump's policies, and just bash anything that he's basically a proponent of. It's just being negative and basically degrading Trump, and that's it. Degrading him, disrespecting him, just saying anything to lower the view of him. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that's kind of the theme of the left. Like, they don't even talk about any of their own stances or points. They don't, they're doing nothing positive for the actual citizens or the people in their own communities. And basically the Democrats, their whole job is just to denounce Trump. And the liberals, Democrats, whatever, their whole job is to just denounce and take a dump on Trump. Like, they don't care about the citizens. They don't care about inflation. Similar to the Biden-Harris administration, their whole 4 years was taking a dump on Trump. It was not anything as far as policies to help black folks, to help immigrants. They did help immigrants, and they allowed a whole bunch of immigrants to mass import into this fucking country illegally. That's what they did. They fucking opened the doors, opened the gates, opened the borders for mass immigration, illegal immigration, excuse me. So, and what they did is they used government dollars to help get this thing going, and to help, help it function. And that's that's literally what they did. And they, like you said, they rolled back anything that Trump did. Anything that Trump did, they spent that whole election to try to they spent that whole term to try to incarcerate Trump, prosecute Trump, and shit on every policy and thing that he did. And they literally ran this country to hell during that whole 4 years. Like, it was the worst economically we've done in so long. The inflation was crazy. The gas prices was crazy. It was hell. It was people losing their jobs left and right, as far as just like the economy just not being affordable for a lot of folks. Like, a lot of folks was getting laid off during that the whole COVID situation. It was forcing folks to take a untested vaccine, or you get fired. You're laying first off, furloughing folks. Like, man, it was wild. Did we not, as a people, did we forget that? Hit that like button. As a people, did we forget how it was under Biden and Harris? You know what I'm saying? So it's radical to me how these liberals they don't take any stances or policies that's going to help us as a people, but all they did for that whole term is becoming like trendy to just shit on Trump and take a dump on Trump. And like, people like Stephen A, I respect him for calling it out, because most people that have some type of intelligence, we're getting tired of the same old rhetoric. Like, we're getting tired. Basically, we're being tired of being played a fool. We are being sick into us, the constituents, the citizens, us regular citizens down here are getting tired of being made a fool of, man. And no longer can you displace policy and legislature and getting actual things and acts and things done for the people with just taking a dump on Trump. No longer will the identity politics be adequate enough. You know what I'm saying? No, it will not. It will no longer be suffice, man. It will no longer be good, and we will not overlook real American issues, real American citizens and the common citizens' issues to point a finger at Trump and to try to shit on Trump and try to deflect and displace what y'all doing. And as far as what the job that y'all doing, as he just said, what kind of work are you doing? What kind of work did the last administration do for us as Americans, and for America? What did the last administration, what did the Biden-Harris administration actually get done for American citizens? And that's the question that why everybody went left. That's why everybody chose to vote for Trump, man. A lot of folks went conservative on this last election due to that fact alone, and due to the fact that it's still a hangover because he's just been in office going on a year now. So it's still a hangover. Well, not even a year. He hasn't been sworn in a year, but the election, was in last November. But people are sick and tired of the same old political rhetoric where you're deflecting from actually doing real things to help American citizens and actual policies to just put blame on Trump and try to deflect the lack of work y'all are doing by trying to demonize Trump. Like we're waking up to the bait and switch. A lot of folks in America are waking up to the bait and switch. But like, okay, prosecute Trump, do what you had to do to Trump. But what about us? Help us as citizens. Why is it such a influx of illegal immigrants coming here? Why is the inflation through the roof? Like, why have y'all stopped fracking and all these things to try to make energy and things in America? Like, these are the things that people were very concerned with during that administration's term, and they did nothing. They literally did nothing to help the common day American citizen, man. Like, so hit that like button if you're out there too, man. Tap in with us. But I couldn't agree more, man. A lot of folks, we're tired of this same old dog and pony bait and switch show that these politics and these left do constantly. Like, nobody wants to hear about Trump anymore. Jasmine Crockett, do something for your people in your community and your town and under your jurisdiction. Do something for them. Like, create a situation where they're thriving and flourishing and where you're in charge of it.
And that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know. Maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated. We make it complicated. Damn, it's frustrating. It really can be. And all the verbiage.
I agree. I don't know what he said wrong. I really want to know what did Stephen A. Smith say wrong right here. And this is a man that I 9 times out of 10 do not like a lot of things that come out of his mouth. I will not deny that. Stephen A. is not a person who I all the time agree with, or that I always agree with some of the statements and rhetoric that he continuously pushes on his platforms on ESPN or on YouTube. I don't agree with half of the things that come out of his mouth, man. A lot of the things I feel like he is not the most well versed on, in my opinion. Obviously sports punditry is opinional, so a lot of the things he says is, all opinions and things like that. But I just feel like his character's already been called out by a lot of folks. Jason Whitlock being one, inconsistencies in his history, backstory, just a lot of things that I, as a person, I just don't agree with. And just as a former athlete, I feel like he's just very janky, very plantish. He's a tether. He's already been called out as being a tether, and we already know how those type folks get down. So a lot of the things he say I don't agree with. Hit that like button for me. A lot of the things that Stephen A. Smith, advocates for, I'm just not a fan of, man. Like the boss situation, trying to make his boss money, and just the way he talks like a tap dancing, shiftless, spineless Negro. I don't really rock with. You know what I'm saying? Just his optics. You know what I'm saying? His what they call it? His archetype. His archetype. This type of Negro I don't really rock with, man. I think he might be. I don't know if he's Haitian or Jamaican lineage. He's from New York. Just still wants to be cool. He's a fucking senior citizen ass nigga that wants to be cool all the damn time. He's a peacock ass mama raised Negro. You know what I'm saying? All he does is peacock all the time and talk about money and talk about his white bosses and you know what I'm saying? And he does degrade black athletes way before he'll ever have any flack with white folks. I will say that. Which is like, but to me, that's, inconsequential to me. I don't really give a damn. Because me personally, like, if he wasn't a tether, I feel like the fact that he's a tether is my biggest issue with him as far as what he says about black folks. Because I do feel like he doesn't have the respect for foundational black Americans that he should when he's made all his money off of calling, basically being a sports commentator on FBA black men for the most part, for the majority, man. Glazing Michael Jordan, glazing all these top athletes, Allen Iverson. He said he worked with Allen Iverson and interviewed him. All just he made his mark off of glazing athletes. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. So I feel like just the fact that he loves to take a dump on black folks, black athletes, especially before he'll ever take aim at a lot of these white ones. Other than when he called out Aaron Rodgers and shit like that for the jab, because he was an advocate of that as well. So I don't know. Trump, I'm never the one to defend Stephen A. Smith. I call him Stephen A. Coon. I'm never the type to get on here and try to defend those Stephen A. Coon ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't want to. I ain't trying. That's all I wanted to see basically was him. That shit right there. I don't really got too much more. But he's receiving a lot of blowback. I don't really want to watch too much more of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I understand what he said. But just the blowback from everybody, I feel like that's the goofy shit too, man. Everybody's calling him a house Negro, all this shit. I just feel like where was all this smoke when, he's talking shit about other athletes, but you got smoke for Jasmine Crockett, and he's actually right. It's like the knee-jerk reaction to have racial idolatry and not listen to the facts can get you caught up in situations like this. A lot of folks right now, a lot of men especially, but a lot of these men, women, I've seen a lot of people just being, degrading Stephen A., saying he should be canceled and, just really just saying a lot of disrespectful remarks toward him and whatever, calling him a house Negro. I forgot them hoes said he had little dick energy, shit like that. Just disrespectful, tauntful type rhetoric that's being thrown out there at this man. And I feel like if you don't listen to the facts, you're gonna be like a lot of these folks are. A lot of these folks are just being emotional. They're being emotional and they're being racial idolaters. They're being triggered by the racial hierarchy and as far as just the racial solidarity aspect of it. They're not listening to the facts. You know what I'm saying? They're quick to want to jump on Stephen A. Smith just because of what he said just because he had disparaging remarks toward Jasmine Crockett. It's not about what he said. Hit that like button for me too, man. I see y'all out here, man. We on 47 like Trump. Hit that like button, 47 president. But like I said, it's not the fact that they don't even care about the facts. It's the fact that he said something disparaging toward a black women and toward a black women of power in America. And to me, a lot of these black men, especially these D.L. Hughley's, these the Plazas, all these little weirdo liberal. Who was the other dude? The dude off of Ghetto Boys. I think he came out and said something too. I don't feel like jumping around for all these folks and hearing all the red. I'm gonna jump on here and listen to what the hell this nigga Plies got to say for a second. But I forgot the dude name off of Ghetto Boys. He said something too though. A lot of folks have come out and jumped on him. Obviously, there you go. That's the dude right there. Comedian Godfrey probably said something. And I was talking about this guy here, Willie D. Willie D, all these folks are jumping on his back. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys are really liberal coons, man. They demo coons, man. Like, they're not listening to the facts. They're being emotional. And in a time when, like I said, you're missing the facts. And that's a problem with a lot of folks in our community, especially in the black community. Like, we're overlooking the facts for the sake of emotionality, identity politics, racial solidarity. And in this case, it's unwarranted. Like Stephen A., he strictly kept it to the politics and to the facts. He said, most people today, he always said, people like Jasmine, the ghetto part are trying to insinuate that she has kind of a ghetto demeanor. I feel like he could have went without that. But even though she does, if you look at some of the things, I want to go to some of the shit she has to say for one. Let me hear her rebuttal. I want to hear her rebuttal, man. I want to hear what the hell Jasmine Crockett had to say back, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of these black women are. The optics are very ghetto, unfortunately, bro. Like a lot of the optics, man. And me personally, I just can't get on with the Democrat plantation, man. I cannot get on with the Democrat plantation. Is it Barron is your son? Jasmine Crockett shuts down his Uncle Trump. Or Barron claim Breakdown. Let's see if we can get to what she said about Stephen A. Maybe she didn't say nothing. Jasmine Crockett spot. I call him Stephen A. Coon, man. Stephen A. calls out Jasmine Crockett, sponsor Stephen A. Smith. The response.
Straight Shooter with Stephen A.
Oh, no. She probably didn't have nothing to say to him, honestly. I mean, Stephen A. tried to go after Jasmine Crockett.
Because I do breaking news, I figured we would start.
I'm just gonna say this. Let's let her speak for herself. I want to hear Jasmine Crockett speak some, give her opinion. But a lot of times, like I said, these women do have a ghetto demeanor, man. Got to be honest about it. Ourselves before we can progress. But I feel like I said, a lot of these men, they had a knee-jerk reaction because they vote blue no matter who. These are the type of niggas that were raised by single mamas. These are the type of niggas that circle the wagon on black women, regardless of the attitude, representation, or anything that they depict or put out here for the public consumption. They don't care what a black. I've heard people say, people like Willie D and these type of niggas, that they say, I don't care what a black woman does. There's nothing that excuses you being disrespectful and things of this nature. And that's just not how I get down personally. I feel like we're all human beings. We're all capable of being flawed and imperfect. When we all are flawed and imperfect. So I feel like nobody is above reproach. Nobody's above criticism and critique. I feel like that is a dangerous slope and way in which to proceed and to live in this world, is to have the mindset of somebody's above reproach or somebody's above critique. I feel like that's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. That leads to a victim mentality and a non-accountable kind of climate that you're creating when you cast a circle around degeneracy of protection. When you cast a circle or a sheet of protection around degeneracy and being wrong, I feel like that's just, it's a dangerous slope that you're going down toward. And we're already on it right now, to be honest. We're already on that.
Off today with a little bit of a reaction to some breaking news for today. And what could possibly warrant that kind of reaction? Sometime around 3:00 in the morning, Donald Trump took to Truth Social and tweeted, "The Biden FBI placed 274 agents into the crowd on January 6th. If this is so, which it is, a lot of very good people will be owed big apologies. What a scam. Do something, President DJT." So, if I was doing this interview with you on YouTube, I would normally just ask for your reaction to that rambling screed that he graced us with at 3:38 in the morning.
I think if the president has an issue with whatever the president did on January 6th, maybe we should get rid of that president.
So that actually brings up a good point, because there are kind of two avenues that folks can take. And on one hand, I think both are important in the sense that there is mocking him when he's owed mockery, but also fearing the things that happen at the hands of a very weaponized, very dangerous government. And so how do you reconcile those two things, which seem in conflict with each other? And there's lots of people that say, don't give him the power that he's so desperate, that he craves so desperately by taking everything he says seriously. And then at the same time, there's the opposite point of view. So how do you think about that?
Okay, so if you are living in Trump's America, you know not to believe that he's not a threat. So I think we need to take everything seriously. At the same time, I am good for mocking him.
Trump's America? What is Trump's America? Like, politicians are like, they are like master manipulators, and they're con artists. Like, what is Trump America? Like, this is the citizens' America. This is not Trump's America. This is just his time at a political seat. Like, just the rhetoric of the left to have you so emotionally enthralled into politics is really sickening, to be honest, man. They really do a number on a lot of the liberal women, especially in America, man. But the liberal black women in America are enthralled with identity politics and emotionality and emotionalism. Like, just the fact that she would say, like, Trump's America, he's a threat. He's the leader of this country, man. I'm like, what has he done to threaten the safety of of any of us at this point in his tenure or his last regime, during his last administration. What has he done to put us in jeopardy? Like this man is sitting here doing, man, he's putting the American people first. He's closing down the borders. He's doing things to try to stop the influx of cartel and violent illegal immigrants to come to this country. Like, what the hell has he done that's so threatening to our way of life as Americans? Like, I know that they want to fearmonger black folks. I know that's what people like Jasmine Crockett's job is to do. Like, I'm glad I said Crockett because she's a crock of shit. Like, she's literally a crock of shit. Like, all these left weave wearing hair hat women, man. I'm telling you right now, they are full of shit. Like they're full of shit. Like they love to use propaganda to try to scare folks into voting for the Democrats. And that's all they do. They use scare tactics, things like that. That's all they use. Like it's really wild. Like as Biden said, they're gonna put you in chains. And Jasmine Crockett, she's right there with her, bending the knee, motherfucking Democrat bed wench. That's what I call them. Democrat bed wench, man. Look at that. Straight weave in the head. You know they like these type of women, and these are the type of women that y'all trust to have political in these political arenas and have some type of help or place of power or something like that in our government. Like these people are only worried about themselves for one. They're only worried about getting more political power, more money, more donations. They stir things up with these sound bites that sound good, these little political sound bites and rhetoric to try to deface and dehumanize Trump. Talking about he's a threat to the society. Like, what are you talking about? And it works. Like that's why they use it. That's why they use fear tactics against the average American citizen, especially these uninformed liberal left motherfuckers, because they know it works. Like fear tactics, fear mongering works. Like they know people aren't really concerned about the facts, and they know if I can manipulate. Look, she's not even looking into the camera. She's looking down. Like just her body language looks closed off. Looks like manipulative. Looks like just contrived. Like you putting some ish on it. You're lying. You know what I'm saying? You're lying. You look like she don't even look confident. The other guy's loose. The interviewer, he's chilling. Like she's all, you know what I'm saying, got her hands all in tight. She just looks like she's not being forthright and honest. Just being straight up.
Take everything seriously. At the same time, I am good for mocking him. So,
just like Stephen A. Smith said, all these political people do is mock him. She just agreed to it right there. I'm good for mocking them. That's all they do. They don't do anything for you. The Democrats, the last administration didn't do anything for the citizens. It did everything for illegal immigrants to bring their ass in here and make times harder for you, more taxes, more inflation, more higher gas prices. Like the average citizens out here, like as they said, man, eggs prices was going through the roof. Everything was going through the roof under the Biden-Harris administration. Like the proof is in the pudding. I don't know what else anyone needs to tell you or show you or pull the wool from out your eyes to let you see like it is nothing but propaganda being pushed from the left. They don't have any plans to do anything to help you or me or any of us average American citizens in no way, form, or fashion. They don't have any plans for us. No plans to progress us. No plans to make life easier for us. No plans to lower the cost of living. No plans to try to help to make things easier for the nuclear family, to want to promote people having families and kids and things like that, which is literally what makes a civilization like America thrive. You got to have families. You got to repopulate. When you have all this dysfunction in the things that the left promotes, you're only going to have a chaotic society, which is what we're heading toward. You know, motherfuckers is out here sniping motherfuckers, niggas out here with crazy ass agendas, pushing all type of LGBTism, all just trying to just dysfunctional degeneracy and shit like that. Straight up abomination they're trying to push on the folks, man. The left must be stopped. People like Jasmine Crockett that are complicit, that will look the other way, that will, in her own home, probably talk all type of disrespectful things to people, but outwardly she'll go along to get along. Like people like Jasmine Crockett are connivers. Like they're conniving, they're tricksters. They're not somebody that you can trust at all. Like these are the type of people that will lie to you on online, you know, on all these platforms and publications. They'll sit here and tell you what you want to hear just to get you to go one way, but they won't even agree with it in their own personal lives. And that's the craziest shit. Like that's the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like these folks don't even believe in it in their own personal lives. They out here pulling the future on folks. Hit that like button. where they telling you to drink lean and and do drugs and pop pills and all this shit. And they don't even do it themselves, man. They nigga vegan, don't even touch drugs. Know what I'm saying? Drink water, and he's a damn vegan and shit. So you just can't trust people like Jasmine Crockett, man. Like I said, they really devils in disguise, and they really just want to jump on Stephen A. Smith because he calling it out. He's saying, like, why does the left have their head stuck up Trump's ass instead of trying to do anything for their own constituents? Like, is that not a reasonable question to ask? Why are y'all heads still so stuck up? The election is over with. It's only been a year. Y'all lost. Why is y'all heads almost a year later so stuck up Trump's ass? Y'all don't give him any type of credit for what he's doing with the foreign policy and bringing peace in with the Hamas and all that stuff going on out there in the Middle East. You don't give them no credit for anything. You don't give them no credit for lowering the inflation, lowering the gas prices. Like, I'm sure the cost of living is going down. You see, like, y'all give them no credit, no credit, no nothing, no admiration. Don't even like acknowledge it. Most of these left folks haven't. As Jasmine Crockett came out and said anything, don't even acknowledge it. Don't even acknowledge it, man. Like, so it's really, the hypocrisy is maddening. It's sickening and it's maddening. So, like I said, she wants to be able to mock him. What does that do? What does mocking him do? What is going online on your social media platforms of mocking him? What does that do for the people where you're in control of? She said she's a representative in Texas. What does that do for them? Like, don't you need to be focused on the Democrats or on whatever it is you focus on? If you're saying that you focus on black folks' rights and things like that, or black, racial disparities and all this shit, why don't you help them out then? Why don't you do something to actually help us? If you're a public entity and figure in the political realm, why don't you do something to actually help black people then? Instead of just mouthpiecing us and lip boxing and talking shit about Trump.
The mocking, though, is to amplify how ridiculous he is. In a time in which he and his regime want to pretend as if I'm low IQ and other Black women and other members of the LGBTQIA community, and actually everybody who's not old, white, male, and straight and rich, he wants to other us, right? And so I do think it is important for us to take those moments to really point out how insane and ridiculous he is. So, like, talking about January 6th, because clearly the dementia, honey, is sitting in. And he doesn't realize that he was the president on January 6th. We do. Lord knows we do, because we were kicking him out at that time. But I do think that it is important that we also talk about the real threats to our democracy and those cracks that we see in our foundation, those cracks that are leading to the indictment of Tish James out of New York, those cracks that are leading to the indictment of
Letitia James chose to lie on her housing documents, man. I did say that was kind of petty as far as the crime they got her in. As far as she said it was a vacation home when it's really a personal home or something like that. I do feel like that was kind of petty, but at the same time, I mean, that's kind of how it goes at this point, man. When the rabbit had the gun, y'all was the first one trying to prosecute Trump for anything y'all could find, and scanning over everything with a fine-tooth comb. You know what I'm saying? So you can only expect them to do the same when the rabbit gets the gun. So, I mean, I don't really see what that has to do with anything, personally. Like, I really do not see what that has to do with anything. I really don't get it. Like, what the hell does that have to do with Letitia James have to do with, once again, with what Stephen A. Smith said about trying to help your constituents? Like, most of these people just do all this lip boxing, man. And they don't do nothing for the average American citizen. And these are facts.
James Comey, those cracks that have allowed for probably the best of our DOJ to decide that they just couldn't do it because they had some form of ethics behind them, and they just decided to resign. That crack that unfortunately has probably some of our best FBI agents deciding to abdicate their post, or that crack that anybody who has any decency within the DHS organization, specifically ICE, has allowed.
I love the fact where the Democune plantations come out here in the drones and come and troll my page, man. I love it. Keep on hitting that like button. Keep on tapping in. The Democune plantation is under attack right now, and they hate it. Everything that the Democune plantation stands for, all this Trump is eradicating all this shit, dog. All this LGBTism, all this crazy shit, all these immigrants coming here and with mass influx, all this shit is getting shut the fuck down right now. And he's putting it in place to where it's going to be long term. We bring back black families. We bring back we are bringing back the the ideals that a lot of folks threw to the wayside, man. You know, they did all these killing, all these unaliving children and stuff like that. These abortion clinics, all this shit, man. This shit is getting pushed back through legislation. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was your body and your choice, man. It's about to be changed up. You did. So I love these Democrat weirdo men out here that jump on my shit talking about I don't know what I'm talking about, hating all that. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. Keep on jumping on here. Keep on tuning in. Hit that like button for me. See Davis, keep on doing it all. I love it. Like, cause cognitive dissonance is real, man. Cognitive dissonance is real. You did. So it's like the only thing you can do, just like the guy that unalike that Kirk, you understand? The only dude that unalive the weirdo ass, backdoor ass weirdo out. You know what I'm saying? No pussy getting, goddamn bussy busting ass weirdo in goddamn Utah that unalive Charlie Kirk. You ultimately didn't win, and y'all are the same type. Like y'all represent that same type of mindset, man. You know what I'm saying? A weirdo ass motherfucker that when you don't get your way, you feel like you can lash out and criticize and use all type of disrespectful comments and think that's going to deter somebody from speaking the way in which they speak. It don't work, man. I am not you. I am not you, bro. I am a straight heterosexual black man, dog, that stands up with a family. I'm a family man. I got 5 kids. I'm married. You understand? Like, I'm not you. Y'all are weirdos. Y'all are against family. Y'all are against God. Y'all are Jasmine Crockett ass bitches and shit like that. Like, I want to know, does Jasmine Crockett have any kids? That's what I want to know. Because I'll be looking at this shit like that. Does Jasmine Crockett have any kids? Because I feel like women that don't have kids don't really have a political say-so. They should not have a political say-so, in my opinion. They have no skin in the game. These bitches are fucking weirdos. I want to know, does she have kids? Because that would mean a lot to me. I hope she has kids. Okay, yes, she does. Good. I say, because a lot of these liberal weirdo ass women don't be having no kids. Like, they just be out here trying to just cause melee and ruckus in the fucking world. They don't believe in shit but money and material coons. They fucking weirdos. Like, they're not like Harris didn't have no kids. Like, they didn't have like all this. You talking all this shit. You got all this political power. You didn't have no kids. Like, you had no skin in the game. You got stepkids. Like, weirdo motherfuckers. Like, make sure you have some skin in the game before you out here making all this noise and talking all this shit, in my opinion.
Out them to say, I need to go and do something else. So we need to make sure that we understand that these threats are real, but at the same time, we cannot allow them to scare us. When he went after free speech, and he's still going after it, and he's been getting after it, I've been trying to tell people that we did not pay enough attention to him when there was a football player by the name of Colin Kaepernick, and they wanted to shut him up. And this wasn't really about whether or not you agreed with what he did, but it was supposed to be protected constitutional.
But they be all about, that damn Greek shit. These black women, they be all about that Greek shit. All about, like I said, tribalism and shit like that, man. Them niggas be circling the wagon on degeneracy, bro. They cool with single mama, all that shit, hating the man, keeping the black man away, promoting a dysfunctional family, like promoting the destruction of the nuclear family. I don't rock with none of these motherfuckers. They weirdos. I don't rock with none of them, dog. Oh, nah, it says she don't got no kids. See, like I said, man, but like I said, hey, it makes perfect sense to me, dog. Kind of makes perfect sense, bro. These little weave head ass bitches don't do nothing but go to beaches and shit and take goddamn daiquiris and drink goddamn mimosas and be getting piped down by local niggas out here in Jamaica and Africa and shit, nigga, in Mexico, all these motherfucking places. But they spend your taxpayer dollars on shit, get all these donations, don't do nothing for their community. A bunch of fucking weirdo bitches, nigga. I mean, they're a microcosm of most of these black women out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they thrive off dysfunction. They promote it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these bitches they don't want to be accountable for none of their actions, so they try to make desensitize the stigma of being single mamas and shit like that, and having all these broken families and homes and shit like that, and not being married and not being able to be functional and function with a man and cohabitate with a man and things like that, man. They promote it. They promote the dysfunction, dude. They literally promote it, man. Their lives show it. They out here, they don't do shit for the community. Like, she over here worried about Trump, because that's how she's getting her money. She's getting her money by being a thorn in Trump's side, by being one of those Democratic political left speaking voices out here, speaking points out here that's just out here detracting from Trump all day. And everything if he says left, she says right. If he says up, they say down. You know what I'm saying? Anything the Trump administration does is not a positive thing. It don't matter if it helps us. It doesn't matter if it helps Other countries, like you said, stopping the fighting, stopping hundreds of years of wars and fighting out there and stuff like that. He got that under control. Nobody said a thing. Like, they had to come out and say some stuff. One lady I think it was on a View or one of them channels said she'd wear a MAGA hat if he stopped the damn fighting over there, and he did. So she finally wore one. Like shit like that. She reluctantly put the fucking hat on and shit like that. It's like, bruh, y'all don't want to give nobody credit. And I feel like that's the liberal mindset, is to be intellectually dishonest. Like, and to me, like, as I said, people are fed up with it. And all these liberal ass weirdo niggas can support it if they want to, because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They're a bunch of spineless ass nobodies anyway. So I wouldn't really expect this Stephen A. Smith to really hit home to guys like Plies and you know what I'm saying, and all these and DL Hughley and motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? No. Like, and the other dude, I forgot the dude now, I can't forget his damn name.
Speech, what he decided to do. And we didn't really raise the roof on that enough. But Trump was in office at that time, and we're talking about a government official that went after someone who was playing in the NFL. And then you fast forward it to Trump being back in office. He's decided to go after our newspapers. He's decided to go after the news outlets. He's shaking them down for money. They're just giving him, for the first time, he's for real rich. They are just shaking people down. And as my senator, who I usually don't like to claim from the state of Texas, decided to say, they're acting like mobsters. And we have to be willing to call that out. When you decide to be silent, when you decide to say, I'm just going to keep my head down, we've only got about, I don't want to count the days, but a little more than 3 years, this guy doesn't plan on leaving. As the government is shut down, he's still building this bootleg, party room, as I like to call it, in the White House that nobody asked for. That's the only thing that's not shut down. The House.
Hold on, man. Tyrone Moore, is that you, man? Is that you, dog? I'm gonna give your 3 motherfucking subscribers some goddamn love right now, dog. Sit your backdoor, loop earring, elderly goddamn face ass the fuck down somewhere, nigga. Talking about mop head, nigga. You ain't got, nigga. I ain't even gonna go in on your goddamn goofy ass. Nigga look like a Ethiopian goddamn backdoor ass nigga. You camel humping looking motherfucker. You like you hump camels, nigga. That's what you look like. You like you get no ass. You live with your mama. You know what I'm saying? You clean your mama ass. Your mama caretaking and shit. Your mama might have just died, nigga. Old knucklehead ass nigga. Get your ass out of here, nigga. If I had to goddamn flame your bitch ass. Now I just gave your 2 subscriber ass of you too, nigga. Hey, niggas be bad. Hey, these liberal ass weirdos, nigga. You probably backdoor you. That's why I'm bothering your ass, nigga. Fuck up out of here, nigga. Backdoor your ass, nigga.
Shut down. We're not going back in. We're not doing any work for the American people. And his ballroom is still being constructed. Now, who would construct a ballroom that's going to take, I don't know how long, that's going to take, I don't know how many dollars, if they plan on leaving in 3 years? He's not planning on leaving.
Hey, don't bless my soul. Hey, I don't need your blessings, Harper child. I don't need your blessings. So, hey, shove them blessings up your ass, you bitch ass motherfucker. Talking about uneducated, bro. I got more education than you have in your whole life. Hey, got a bachelor's degree. What you got? You got a bachelor's degree from North Carolina Central University. What do you have? This is my channel. This is my platform. You're on here. Got them sucking my dick, bitch ass motherfucker. Fuck out of here, loser. Get some love, get some traction, get some type of somebody that follows you or cares about what you say. You a liberal weirdo probably. I'm sure you're a liberal shill ass weirdo, nigga. They got nothing going for yourself. Harper's child. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I don't want your blessings. Shove your blessings up your ass, bitch ass motherfucker. That's why I feel about you. I'm blessed already, you bitch.
It's not a joke when he puts a Trump 2028 hat on the desk in the Oval as he's supposed to be having a real meeting with the leadership within the House and the Senate about.
Trump ain't called me shit, bitch ass nigga. Trump ain't talking about Trump calling me a watermelon man. Nigga, what the fuck? Trump ain't called me shit, nigga. You calling me a watermelon man, Bobby. Faggot ass nigga. Y'all Democrats be the most racist, liberal. Y'all be the most racist weirdos, nigga. Like, that's just the reality. Y'all motherfuckers be racist as hell, biased as hell, nigga. But all the above, dog. Like, it's the funny part is they'll sit here and call Trump racist while saying a racial epithet toward me, nigga. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. That's why people don't fuck with the liberals. Like I said, people don't respect y'all as liberals. Y'all don't get no women. Your whole life you being outcast, losers, ain't get no pussy. Nigga, you sitting online, nigga. That's all you do all day is probably sit online and jack your dick to porn on those sites. Nigga, do you get any real pussy? Do you live your life? What have you done in your life? You know what I'm saying? You got no subs, you get no traction. You're a nobody. Like I said, Trump loves all people. I respect that. Nigga, hey, Judge Joe Brown said Trump was in the club dancing, had black holes, all that shit. Nigga, hey, gave money to the HBCUs. What are you talking about, bro? Like, you liberals are fucking intellectually dishonest. Nigga, you sit here and try to lie just to make the shit fit your narratives and shit like that. Nobody listening to y'all, man. Nobody listen to y'all. Y'all are weirdos, dog. Like, I'm gonna say that word over and over again until it hits home. Y'all are weirdos. Look at your life, nigga. Like, look at your life. Like, show me your life. Stop having all these fake pictures online and all these fake profile pics. Put yourself out there, bro, so we can have some type of criticism on you or critique your life or say something about you. Put yourself out there like I'm putting myself out there, and let's see how that goes. Like a Jasmine Crockett, all of us are putting ourselves out there because we love who we are. Obviously, we putting ourselves out there. You scary. You talk behind fake pictures, fake profiles, say racial shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no shit. Sit here trying to demonize and say Trump some what type of way. No, you're a racist, nigga. How you gonna try to say something about Trump? He's actually doing shit for people. You out here just talking and mad because my politics doesn't relate to your politics. My political affiliation or ideals or whatever you want to say that does not align with yours. So now you're mad at me. So now you're gonna call me all type of racial names and say Trump's a racist. No, you're a racist, nigga. And you probably backdoor you, nigga, because you out here supporting that left shit. Any man that's a outward liberal, nigga, I question your manhood, bro. If you a liberal man, I don't care if you black, white, Mexican, I question your manhood, bro. I question you as a man, nigga. I think you got backdoor you on you. I think you all that, bro. I think you go along to get along. I think you a gimp ass, simp ass motherfucker. I think you allow your woman to run over you. I think you a nobody. I think a person that loses in life. You don't win in business. You don't win in any avenue of life. I think you're just a backdoor weirdo that's mad at other confident men and women. That's what I think you are.
How we are going to work for the American people. We should all be very concerned, and your concerns should lead you to engage in conversations. Conversations not just with your friends, but also those people that don't.
Exactly. Because a bunch of pussies. Liberals are pussies. They would never say shit to your face. Like a bunch of pussy ass coward liberals, bro. Just like the nigga that shot Charlie Kirk would never, Tyler bitch ass Robinson would never run up on Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk would have snapped his fucking neck like a twig. Fucking twig boy. Shout out to goddamn King of the Hill, nigga. Old twig boy ass motherfucker would have snapped his goddamn neck, nigga. So niggas like liberals gotta be pussy ass faggots and talk shit behind goddamn online fake ass platforms and shit, nigga. Cause y'all know, just like Jasmine Crump, y'all full of shit, nigga. Shit, nobody and niggas are tired of hearing about Trump. Nigga, they want you to put some money in my pocket. Nigga, I don't want to hear about Trump doing this and fucking bitches and all this shit. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Tell me about how you gonna help me. And that's basically what Stephen A. Smith said. How is Jasmine Crockett helping her constituents by sitting around and all day long she talks about Trump? That's not work. That's deflection. That's sensationalizing shit and politicizing shit for your own gain, because you know you're gonna get clicks, you're gonna get engagement by downing Trump. That's all for Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett doesn't do nothing but beat on her chest and say, "Look at me," all day long. What are you doing for anyone else? And what have you done recently for anyone else? Like, we hear all this rhetoric. We see you're elected. We know you got political affiliation in Texas, but what are you doing actively? What are you really doing to help other people and people that, you know what I'm saying, and people that you say that you claim to care about? We see you just shitting on Trump, but what are you doing for your people or for other Americans? What are you doing? What about conservatives? Like, so it's just funny to me, man.
See the world the same way as you do, because unfortunately we are all in the same sinking ship right now, and it is time for us to make sure that we do the opposite of what they want us to do. They divided us in this last election. We've got to come together and recognize that if we stand together, we will always do so much more than we can as we're divided.
But all you do is talk divisive rhetoric about Trump. What are you doing to align yourself with the conservatives? What are you doing to help to want to get some type of gains for your own side? Like Stephen A. said, you know, this is the man in charge. You know, they have the House and the Senate. What are you doing to align yourself to try to make some type of ally to align yourself, as an ally with Trump or with the conservatives? What are you doing to align yourself with them to try to get some type of help? Some type of, just something, you know what I'm saying? like something for your people. Like, what are you doing to try to break down this hatred and barrier? Because you're talking about being divisive. What are you doing? That's all your whole message is being divisive and hating on Trump. Like, that's why you're a fucking hypocrite. excuse my French. You are an effing fucking hypocrite, dog. Talking about divisiveness. You're being divisive. That's all you are doing. That's literally what Stephen A. Smith said you do. That's literally what he said you do. You don't do anything for your constituents. All you do is talk disparagingly toward Trump. That's it. And personally, we're tired of hearing it. The American people are sick and tired of hearing it, man. And I know a lot of you liberal Democrats that bothers y'all, that people will no longer be involved in the bait and switch anymore, in the banana in the tailpipe. That shit is over with. You actually got to start giving us something of substance. We're no longer going for the trick bag. We're no longer going for the mouthpiece, for the you know what I'm saying, for the little catchy little speeches and sound bites. We're no longer going for that shit no more. We ain't going for the rappers and you over there talking about fuck Donald Trump and you dancing around with rappers and being all ghetto and bougie and shit. Like, we ain't going for that shit no more. And the fried chicken and the Biden Kamala Harris crazy Democrat shit with the Migos out there dancing and twerking and goddamn all that bullshit they tried to roll out here last year. And the Megan Thee Stallion twerking her ass off in the goddamn pantsuit and all this bullshit. And nigga, we ain't going for that identity politics no more, nigga. And the hot sauce in my bag, nigga, that shit ain't working no more, nigga. Bitch, you an Indian. We saw through you, just like we seeing through people like Jasmine Crockett. Just because you are skin type don't mean you are kin type, man. That don't mean you got our best interests at heart. Just because you talking about shit about Trump, that's how people think they can get down, is by talking shit about Trump. That real talk. That's how they manipulate uneducated and mislead black folks. People that just filled with emotionalism and they don't want to hear about the actual facts. That goes over their heads. They just want to hear somebody say fuck Trump, or in a way in which they can comprehend and disparage Trump. That's what all they want to see, and I'll vote for it. Just like that, the same way in which they think I advocate for conservatism or Republican. No, I just align with their ideals at this point. Like, it ain't like I'm just like, oh, I'm trying to get down with anybody, trying to or a lot of people say trying to get down with whiteness just because I identify more so with the conservative viewpoints. Now, that's asinine to even think that. Like, don't nobody put a battery in my back. I'm not getting paid for none of this. You know what I'm saying? This is just my personal opinion, which is why it gets traction. This is why I gain traction, because my personal opinion is so, it's so polarizing at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's provocative, it's exciting, it's entertainment. It's what I really feel in my heart of hearts. I'm not out here, like I said, making tap dancing for $1. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no Stephen A. Smith, nigga. I'm not out here butt dancing for $1. I'm not here talking about my white boss or my boss. I gotta make money. No, nigga. This is how I really feel. I actually agree with Stephen A. Smith in this one time where I actually can align with what he said, because what he said, he took the emotionality out of it, and he kept it straight facts and said, we hear all these left politicians, all they do is just talk disparagingly about Trump. What do you do for your own constituents? That simple answer, they all want to cancel him over that simple ass question he had. Y'all want to cancel that man. Like, make it make sense, man.
On this idea of a third term, because I know that this is like, we can, dance around the edges, but this is something that a lot of folks are obviously extremely concerned about. And I think that there are people, in the broader media ecosystem who say, well, this isn't something we should worry about. And so they'll poo-poo folks who I think rightfully draw attention to this issue, which will, in practice, like in effect, just lead us to a situation where, okay, we're going to come upon that moment and we're going to be completely unprepared because nobody's really acknowledging the reality of the situation. In large part, you've got the left that is united against this idea. I think that you will need folks within his orbit, within his administration, on the broader right, that are going to have to be opposed to this so that they don't have as easy as a glide path as they think they'll have in making sure that this happens. And look, a lot of the people who served as a bulwark to Trump's worst successes in the first administration, they're gone. Like Bill Barr, not exactly some crunchy liberal, right? Like, this guy's not marching alongside BLM protesters in 2020. Bill Barr is as far right as it gets. He called Trump's stolen election claims in 2020 bullshit. He's gone. He's replaced by somebody like Pam Bondi, who is there expressly because she is an election denier. So he's filled his ranks with people who not only aren't going to oppose him, but are there because they will make it easier for him to do the things that he wants to do. And so how much or how little confidence do you have that if he does try to undermine the Constitution, if he does try to...
Hit that like button for your boy Big Cal TNP representative. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
install himself for a third term, that there will be people in that broader right-wing orbit who are going to serve as offer themselves up as a bulwark to what he's trying to do.
I don't have any faith in the Republicans. So, I mean, I don't think that that's where it's going to come from. I think we are going to have to rely on the courts, which is also a very scary reality.
So should we rely on y'all? Y'all just had y'all had the country for 4 years. Like I said, man, politics is all about the bait and switch, man. That's all it's about. It's about the bait and switch. It's about being divisive. It's Bloods versus Crips, as I said, as I call it. It's just to align themselves and to act like their side is the one that's the positive side. Bloods versus Crips. Like, how can you sit here and try to act like your side is just the one that's always correct? Like, come on with that. Like, you don't, why don't you leave the country if you don't have any faith in them? Like you only got faith in what you believe in. Like, come on, bro. Like, you just misleading the people. That's all these supposed to do is mislead, propaganda and mislead, man. I can't even listen to this bullshit. Let me see if I can get to the Jasmine ends. That's a Crockett.
So this is very much the attitude of the right. And so for people on the left to be excited that somebody else is meeting them and not going higher, like Michelle.
Mad at everybody else, because everybody else don't want to be a motherfucking house like you. Be happy you a house.
So Jasmine Crockett's not a house nigga. Like, this is the mindset of the average motherfucking just celebrity or average citizen out here. So Jasmine Crockett is not a house nigga, but Stephen A. Smith is. Both of these dudes, both of them work for politics. Both of them work for. Come on, dog. Both of these motherfuckers are house niggas, bro. Like, just one makes a little bit more money, or one actually works for a corporate entity, then that makes him a little bit more of a house nigga. Like, bro, make it make sense, dog. Like, people, they more so just want to disparage folks for even having an opinion out here in this world, man. Especially these liberal weirdo ass men out here have no backbone. Like I said, I just want to hear what the hell that she says that what has she done to actually help folks? That's what I really want to know. And then everybody wants to make the comparison to how he had all this smoke for her, but not for the white man. What does that have to do with anything? Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything, bro? Like, you can still be right in your assessment, dog. Like, black folks in identity politics is a motherfucker, man. Goes full MAGA. But yeah, I'm trying to find some. They definitely trying to cancel dude, though.
I look at the Democrats, they're in total disarray. They have a new person named Crockett. I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. And they said, she's the future of the party. I said, you have to be kidding.
The fact that you just got done engaging in a conversation where we have a president of the United States who has no idea about the oath that he just took on January 20th tells me everything that I need to know. He didn't even have good sense enough in that same interview to say something as simple as, yes, I will follow the Constitution. You know, the thing that actually derived from the oath that he was supposed to take. And he supposedly took an oath, which there's a lot of people that point out that he never put his hand on the Bible, even though he acts as if he could somehow be the Pope. But nevertheless, that
I ain't gonna lie, man. I hate this archetype. I dislike this archetype of black woman, bro. The big old nasty, big old goddamn weave, excessive weave, lace front, extra makeup, goddamn fake eyelash. I do not like this archetype of black woman, bro. You can call me a self-hating Negro all you want. I just do not like how it exudes. What happened to the throwback? The ones like my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? What happened to the throwback women that, you know what I'm saying? They were just more respectful looking. Like, they actually liked the way their natural hair looked. Like everything wasn't just extra ghetto and bougetto and shit. You know what I'm saying? I miss the old classic women that you know what I'm saying, of the past, man. Real talk.
That oath specifically says that you will defend the Constitution. So the idea that you are now taking the Constitution and, as I said at the DNC, putting it through a paper shredder is a problem. And I think that this should not be partisan. This should be right versus wrong. A lot of the things that this administration is doing, they don't have anything to do with partisanship. This is right versus wrong. And right now, they are consistently wrong.
I look at the
In what way? I would love to watch that interview. In what way are they consistently wrong? In what way are they consistently wrong? She does have a hood act. Like, they do have a hood act, dude. And what does her level of intelligence have to do with me liking her? That's how I know you low IQ too. You must be low IQ Democrat too, huh? What does that have to do with anything? What is the fact that she could have more credentials, more education, be more educated, could even be more intelligent than me? What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? What does that have to do with the fact that I dislike that archetype of black woman? That has nothing to do with the other. See, once you don't have an actual argument, or once you see something, once I say something that disturbs you or that you dislike, now you try to, throw shade or, say some disparaging thing about my education or intelligence. Who are you? What type of attraction do you have? Who even is attracted to watch you? You're afraid, Jan Kloss. You're probably some liberal U.S. weirdo. What kind of last name is Jan? It's Klaas. Kloss. What kind of what are you, Russian, German, Czechoslovakian? Kloss? What are you? What are you, Ukrainian? What are you? And why are you so concerned about it? Why do you think that bothers me by trying to say someone's smarter than me, or more educated than me? Why do you think that's something that disparages me? That doesn't bother me. I don't wear my value. I don't value that. I don't that's not how I validate who I am as a man, is through my education. That's some feminine shit. That's how females operate. Men don't operate in that. Men don't operate. That's not any type of real social currency for us to being educated. Like, it helps and it's a good thing, but that's not something that men value. That's not the top of our chart. I think any man, if you had a man, because you're probably a single cat lady with, probably got 2 dicks in your life, your whole life, and your pussy probably smells like sardines and tuna and shit. You know what I'm saying? Probably let your cats eat off your pussy, you nasty bitch. But then that's neither here nor there. Miss Jan Klaus, go eat a dick. How about that? Go to dick. I'm black. I'm black. I'm a black conservative. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black conservative, man. I wouldn't call myself MAGA, but why not? Why not? Yeah, I'm MAGA. Somebody give me a hat, man. I wish I went to them Charlie Kirk events, so I'd have got me a hat. You know what I'm saying? Throw that thing on the locks. You underdig? But I am for family. I'm for conservative values. I would not just put out there MAGA everywhere. That's not what my channel's about. But when the time comes when I can put out my political viewpoints or who I support, I'll do that. And I do. I've never been quiet about the fact that I'm advocate for mass deportation. A lot of the things that conservative speaking points or the conservative values are today with the administration that's in office today, I align myself with. I agree with a lot of the things, a lot of the policies that they're putting in place currently. I am 100% down with a lot of the policies that are being put out there right now. 100%. Like, yeah, they got my vote, they got my backing, they got my support, they got my voice. So, yeah, man, whatever you want to call it, dog. Oh man, cause I'm MAGA, I'm super stupid. Cool. You don't like women smarter than you, I get it. Bitch, you don't like putting dicks in your mouth, bitch. Get the fuck out of my face. And she is not proven to be that damn intelligent. Let's be honest. Stephen A. tries to.
It's more racism. Because essentially what you're saying is that black people, we know y'all know all about going to jail. To be clear, this guy has 34 felonies. I've never been arrested for a traffic ticket. I do want to be clear that there are black folk that haven't actually experienced jail. I have been in jail, obviously, as a former criminal defense attorney. But I do want to be clear. that, as Kendrick Lamar says, they are not like us. He is not like us. So for my clients, I've never had one that had this many charges pending against them, but I've never had anybody come close to him and somehow still be walking free pre-trial. That's not how we get treated when we end up getting locked up.
She's what liberals would call intelligent. That's what she is. She's what a liberal would call intelligent. Like, man, I have yet to hear her I have yet to see her, elocute a intelligent conversation yet or argument yet. Like, she just has all these catchy phrases and speaking points. She doesn't say anything that just takes me as being overly intelligent. Oh, she's just so no. like her intelligence is just so remarkable. Like, please. Like, motherfuckers be just because they got a whole bunch of degrees, they think they educated and intelligent. Like, man, come on, dog. I got a degree. That doesn't mean anything. Like, it just means that I went to class and I passed, and I studied and I passed classes. That's all it means. I got credit hours. So I spent 4 years of my life and took time to get credit hours and a degree from a higher institution, man. North Carolina Central Universities, man. Shout out to them Eagles. Eagle Pride Amplified. But, man, I could be an HBCU alum, which I am, and I can still disagree with a lot of shit in society as far as what black folks do, man. Because that's me. I have my own opinion. I have my own backbone. Motherfuckers don't put no battery in my back. I say what I want. I do what I want. I stand on what I say. Nigga, y'all just scary. That's honestly, y'all really scared of the backlash of what can come back by saying anything disparaging about a black woman or about the left. And I don't give a shit. Fuck the liberals. You know what I'm saying? Health to the left. Put a D in front of that health. So that's how I feel. You understand? F y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? TNP. We live again. We represent what we represent. You can get on board. Hit that like button if you're on there too, man. Show some love on that Cash App. In the description box is the link for the Cash App, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. But yeah, man, I speak and say what I want, dog. Y'all the pussies. Y'all the scaredies. Y'all the scary motherfuckers. Me on the dig. Y'all the liberal Democrat plantation riding ass dudes. Now I want to hear some Jasmine Crockett interviews, man. I want to hear that. I want to see the intelligence that she has. I want to see what she does for her community. Let me hear her speak something. Let me see what she had to say. 2 days ago, she had a conversation. Blow back for my comments. Jasmine Crockett. See, she just got clicks and likes, man. Look at all this shit. That's what she's doing it for. Breaks down the shutdown. Let's see what she got to say. I will agree that they do need to give that the list up or whatever, the Epstein list. Why not? Shit, they need to do that. Ben should have did that. They'll blame.
Suggested yesterday he would be open.
They'll blame Democrats, skip work, and flip it when it hits their wallets. Is that right? Let's see what she got to say. Miss Crockett'S. Speed this thing up. Fair use.
Healthcare talks with Democrats to end the shutdown.
Talked to one of my Republican colleagues about 30 minutes ago because I was trying to find out if we were actually going to go back into session next week as my staff is trying to plan what's going on. But I can tell you, we actually discussed that Marjorie was flipping on this because it seems like everything that is important, this child ain't read the bill and has no idea of what's going on. I don't understand why Georgia keeps sending her to D.C., but this is not the first time that she wasn't quite clear on what damage it was that her party was ushering in. But listen, I will take her...
Hey, niggas do just want to skid on them big ass goddamn butterfly eyebrows she got, nigga. Skid on her goddamn eyelids and shit, nigga. But now all this damn weave and shit, I don't get down with it, man. I'm tired of that bangly ass looking ass weave and shit, nigga.
In the light at any point in time. And so, yeah, it's sad that she can only see the light when it directly impacts her because she is elected to represent almost 1 million people. And so not listening to your constituents as they're calling and they're talking about their struggles, but then making it about your children, your adult children, because their premiums are going to go up. Listen, I'll take a yes vote or somebody coming to the table, whatever way I can get it. But I just don't believe that that's how government is supposed to work. I don't have any children. When I am governing for the people that elected.
Exactly. You don't have no fucking children. You have no dog in the race, like I said before. You ever talking about, at least she's concerned about her older children, nigga, that's probably my age. What the fuck are you concerned about, bitch? Your goddamn cat and your dog getting fed and shit? Getting dick from the nigga when you go on these girl trips and shit, nigga? I don't respect these black ass politician bitches a lot of times, bro. Real talk. These scum sucking bitches ain't shit, nigga. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. These scum sucking bitches ain't shit. these scum sucking, pocket lining, girl trip going, wasting all their donations and money that they spending it on niggas like that bitch in Atlanta. What was that motherfucker? What was that political bitch in Atlanta that paid that nigga? That was using her actual dollars to pay a nigga to get that was fucking her and shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, well, don't nobody takes a lot of these women seriously, man. They are DEI hires, in my opinion. They just got them bed wench bitches that's out here just yelling at Trump and shit, hating on that nigga, just talking shit about Trump. That's all they are. Bunch of bed wench black women that have all these negative speaking points that everybody just wants some damn black trauma porn. They want to see a black woman out here nagging and bitching and goddamn squawking at a white man, feel like they got some type of power and shit. That's all it is. Because America, you got freedom of speech. Thank your ancestors for that. Thank your ancestors for fighting in these wars and actually pushing and doing things so you can have the freedom to goddamn disagree and do all the things you do in America today. You gotta put your hands together for our ancestors for that, man.
And I don't think that I should be looking at it and thinking, well, because this personally is going to impact me, then maybe I should flip how I feel about it.
Yeah, I should note also in that statement, in all fairness, she did talk about the people in her district who are facing the same. One of the issues right now is that you guys are, when you were saying you're asking about next week, so the House is out, and it was supposed to come back next week. Now it's not coming back next week. What has been communicated about how long the House is going to be out? It seems like the idea is that you don't come back before the shutdown ends, which seems difficult to do if you want to actually negotiate some end to the shutdown.
Yeah, that was my question, because I said, is it that we're not going to go back until and unless the Senate passes the House's version? Because what if the Senate actually does come to some sort of an agreement,
right,
and the Senate passes a version, then like we need to come back. So that particular member did not know, but his stance was that he was like, aren't the Dems going to cave? So, I don't know. I don't work in the Senate, you know what I mean? But I haven't heard anything about any caving going on. And I think this issue is just too important. And, this is actually a really ripe time to have these conversations, because one of the reasons I'm sure that Rep. Green knows that the premiums are going to double is because this is when people are actually going through the renewal process, right? Yep. Like this is when most people are signing up for their plans. And so now they are seeing in real time what the estimated cost is going to be. So I do think that it is a fight worth waging, because it's not just about Rep. Green's children. It's about everybody's children. It's about everybody's grandparents as well. And so I think that the Democrats, again, are on the right side of history. And every single time the Republicans have tried to, in some way, get rid of the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare or the marketplace, it has really backfired in the most.
I know, right? Hey, I got to go get one. I know, right? You don't respect any black women. She's smart. She's strong. Man, suck a dick. I'm trying to get one, man. Y'all donate so I can go grab one, man. It's in the morning, man. My shit just ran out, man. You got to, got them runts. Had to run the dunce. Hey, what's up, man? Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? We out here getting it in. Big boy TNP, man. Big boy action, man. We're getting it in. Shoulda lose some on that Cash App so I can go grab me a lighter this morning, man. The Cash App link is in the description box, man. But yeah, Jasmine Crockett, cool lady. You know what I'm saying? Respect to that lady. You know what I'm saying? Respect to her for trying to do something out here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't get no stripes for trying to disparage Trump. That's my opinion. I don't know too much about the lady. Don't know too much about her history, but you don't get no stripes for trying to disparage and talk shit about Trump, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's the tea of the time for the liberal, is just to shit and take a dump on Trump. You know what I'm saying? So this woman is educated, smart, experienced, and capable. It's troubling to see people acting as if she's not standing up for every individual in this nation. How so? John Colorado Springs and got me some of them brunts. They short combs, right? Oh yeah. That's what it is. Titan, yes sir. Man, you gotta do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your thing. Maybe you should educate yourself about Trump first. I think I've been a voting citizen since 2008. I voted in the 2008 election. Fortunately, I voted for Obama. I have the ability to feel the climate of the nation, of the climate of this nation, unlike a lot of folks who just go off what people say. Like I said, I'm a small business owner, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So I actually voted for Trump in the his first term, 2020. Yeah, man, it was a great time, dog. Great time, dog. People making under $30,000 to go up. Who told you that? Who lying to you, man? Who telling you these things, man? Is Jasmine Crockett blowing smoke up your ass, man? Is you believe in everything that Jasmine Crockett and these liberals saying, man? Who said that? Who said that it's going to go up 74%? Where? Show me that. Show me that. Make a video, post it. Put that out there for your platform so you can educate folks and tell them that, man. Who said that that taxes are going to go up 74%? Who? Where? Oh, the real beautiful bill. I don't think it said that, but we'll see. I mean, it's a lot of paperwork to read over, man. You got to go through. There's a lot of pages on there, man. So somebody showed me that. Somebody proved that to me, where the people making under, what is it, 30,000 or no, making under $30,000. I mean, watch. In America, it's kind of hard to make under $30,000. I'm just being honest. I mean, with the price of everything, the inflation over time, how would you even make under $30,000? I mean, are you basically not working? It makes no fucking sense.
A partisan way. And so now that the American people are paying attention and they understand why this standoff is taking place, I'm pretty confident that the American people are standing with the Democrats as it relates to what it is that we're fighting for in this moment.
Quickly, last question for you. Earlier today, Mike Johnson said he would swear in Adelita Grijalva whenever she wants. That was his words, as soon as she wants. And then a few hours later, his office put out a statement saying he's not planning to allow Democrats' newest member to be sworn in.
You are tuning in and you are live on our Substack or our IG or our TikTok or the various platforms that we're on.
Fair use, man. I want to hear some of these speaking points of Jasmine Crockett. Maybe she can say something that does not have to do with hating on Trump. Just want to view, anything. I just want to hear her say anything, something that does not have to do with Trump, or that does not have to do with disparaging Trump. I want to hear her say something that actually affects her constituents, maybe affects the liberals, or maybe black liberals, or maybe it's people that actually identify and look like her. I'm tired of everything just being bashing the conservatives, and it just kind of gets old. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of folks they're getting tired of the placating and talking to, just like the Biden-Harris administration did. They didn't want to talk about reparations. They didn't want to talk about lowering inflation. They didn't want to talk about legalizing of cannabis. They didn't want to talk about anything. They wanted to stop fracking. They don't have any type of solution for making energy resources on our land. They could not get anything going as far as the foreign policies and fighting the wars abroad. Trying to do anything to try to, as Trump just did, bring peace to other areas of this world. What did they do? What did they do besides lip box and kumbaya and put on dashikis and sit around here talking about and give black folks a lot of just empty acts, basically? You know what I'm saying? Just nothing actionable, nothing actually tangible at all. What did they do? That's what I want to know. What
Then you can make sure that you just type your questions, if you have them, right there on whichever platform you're on. I have staff that is monitoring every single platform, but we do our teletown halls. So we've decided to expand our reach beyond just the telephone. So good evening, Texas 30. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know you.
But you same liberals will sit here and cry about Ukraine. Y'all sit here and cry about what's going on in Israel and all this stuff like that, with the bombs being dropped and kids being killed. Y'all sit here and cry and say, oh, Trump doesn't care about Ukrainian people, and Trump doesn't care about South Korea, and Trump doesn't care about these people getting blown up in the Middle East. And he goes out there and fixes the problem. Y'all the main ones complaining about. Y'all the ones with the stickers and all type of shit. Free Ukraine. That was the liberal speaking voices that was out here adamantly loud, banging on goddamn doors, talking about free Ukraine and all this bullshit and help Ukraine. And we sent money, and Biden sent money and all type of aid and shit like that. They didn't do anything. And now, what are you doing? Like, Trump's out here making things 10 times better in less time.
Could be spending your evening doing 100 other things. So I appreciate you taking time to stay informed and engaged. Tonight, we're going to talk about some things that impact millions of.
But y'all here listening, thank you. And thank you for your watch time, watch hours. I appreciate you listening. Hit that like button while you're out here, the lovely Cleo. Hit that like button. Hit that like button while you're out here talking to me. Let me go on your channel, lovely Cleo. You got one video. You got any videos of you on there with you? Like I said, I appreciate you tapping in with me, though, lovely Cleo, man. Hit that like button while you're out there. While you're watching and tapped in with me, might as well hit that like button and support. You're here right now. You might as well show some love. Appreciate it.
Americans and thousands of folks right here in Texas 30, the government shut down. But before I dive into how we got here and what it means for you, I want to start with a mini lesson on how this all is supposed to work. Understanding that helps clarify why this mess is happening in the first place. Every year, Congress is supposed to pass 12 separate.
By the way, that's what them black bitches care about. The back. Look at that shit. That's what they care about. Shoes, materialism, weaves, hair hats, all that shit, bro. That's what they care about, bro. They don't care about you. She only got kids. She don't even respect families enough to have one of her own. This bitch is a cat lady weirdo, like what's her name said? Like Trump's the vice president said. A bunch of cat ladies. You did. Bunch of single cat ladies. That's what they be like. Look at that. Look at that. Shoes. Fake class. When I like they, so intelligent. Why are we bailing out Argentina with $40 billion yet fully funding tax credits for Obamacare will cost less than 40 billion? Less than 40 billion. That's a good question. But yeah, that's a very good question. I think these things have been going on for a while, though. Honestly, these bailouts, I don't agree with them, though.
Spending bills. Those bills fund everything from the Department of Education and the Department of Defense, because it's called Department of Defense, to the Social Security Office, the programs that feed our children and care for our veterans. Think of this like your household budget. You decide how much is going towards rent, groceries, the light bill, and so on.
Nah, this real weed, baby. I mean, this real hair, baby. It's real, man. It's 10 years worth of growth right here, baby. Ain't no weed, dog. I don't got to do that like these black bitches out here, man. Like, so a lot of these Jasmine Crockett'S, hating ass women ass out here, no kids, just in the way, really. Like a lot of you women are in the way. Like, if you ain't gonna have no kids, start a family, suck some dick, you in the way, nigga. Shit, what the fuck you out here with no kids out here with just speaking and giving us your opinion, nigga? That's not godly. That's not how God wants things to do. You know what I'm saying? You out here, so you're speaking too much with no family. It needs to be a man to represent you. You know what I'm saying? You look like an angry, miserable ass bitch.
Congress has to do the same thing for the country. But here's the catch. If Congress doesn't agree on that budget by the deadline, the government doesn't have the legal authority to spend money. That means agencies shut down. Workers are furloughed and services folks count on every single day come to a standstill. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, now, Congresswoman, you say that the government is shut down, but people are still working. There are things that are still going. That is true. People are working and they're not getting paid, including my staff that is helping us out here today. So the shutdown was completely avoidable. Republicans control the House, the Senate, and unfortunately the White House. They had every tool to keep the government open, but instead of doing their jobs, they chose chaos. Let me be clear. A government shutdown doesn't just impact those in Washington, D.C. It hits home. And just to further my point on this, when we look back at the previous government shutdowns, for the last 4 years, we didn't have not a single government shutdown under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. In fact, if you go back all the way to George Bush, most of them didn't really have that many shutdowns. We can find one or two here and there. There is one president who seems to top everybody when it comes to anything that is bad, including his felonies. Yeah, that's the president that I'm talking about. This president has already had 4 shutdowns under his belt. So here in Texas, there's more than 130,000 federal employees, air traffic controllers, TSA officers, VA workers. They are either furloughed or working without pay. For families across Texas who are already stretched thin, this shutdown could make the cost of living even higher. Local contractors who rely on federal work could lose income. SNAP and Medicaid could face backlogs. Even disaster relief could slow down when many Texans are still recovering from recent floods and storms. So how did we end up in this mess? Donald Trump and his crew would rather chase headlines than handle business. They had every chance to pass a budget and keep the government running. But instead of doing their work, they stayed home. Even now, while federal workers are missing paychecks, Speaker Johnson has refused to call the House back into session. They are not voting. They are not negotiating. They are not even governing. And I just want to further this point. I mentioned that we're having to do the continuing resolution, which is a stopgap bill, because the 12...
TNP, man. Give me a second. Hit that like button. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Hit that like button, TNP. TNP, we are back. We are back, man. We are back in living color, man. What's up with it? What's up with it? We are back. We are back in the motherfucking building. It's your boy Big Cal, man. We are back with it, man. Hopefully y'all had a good, entertaining show, man. We gotta stay on here for a little bit longer, though, man. Give me 1 second.
Appropriation bills have not been passed. But when we look at it, when we think about what that looks like, that would be, again, the various categories. We have passed approximately 3 of the 12 budget bills out of the House. Nothing has passed the House and the Senate and made it to President Trump's desk. So another way out of this would be Speaker Johnson bringing us back, us doing our work, us passing more appropriations bills, another 9, and then the Senate would have all 12 appropriations in front of them. They could vote on those bills, and that also would open the government. But Speaker Johnson isn't interested in doing any work. Instead, he'd rather point fingers than to do his job. They would rather thrive on dysfunction, and it's the American people who end up paying the price. So let me be clear: this is not about fiscal.
So let me get this right. It is the conservatives that rather thrive off dysfunction, not the LGBT, not the people that unalive Charlie Kirk, not the people that, when you're caught up in lies, can't tell you what a female is. That's not dysfunctional, but Trump is. People that can't even tell you what a woman is without offending their whole constituents and their whole cabinet. These are the people that's not dysfunctional. That's not dysfunction, though. Like, it's crazy how you can quantify or you can align yourself with certain dysfunction, but other dysfunction you disagree with. That really makes no fucking sense to me at all. Excuse me. Really makes absolutely no sense, dog. So certain forms of dysfunction is okay, though. As long as it's not conservative dysfunction, you ain't cool with that, though. But liberal dysfunction, chaos, shooting at ICE fucking facilities and things like this, that's cool. That's cool. You know, never mind that. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. That is effing wild. Like, so y'all pick and choose the dysfunction that y'all agree with, basically, is what Jasmine Crockett is telling me. All right, come on, man. Other people's pants. Talking about her shoes, man. What are you talking about? There's an inspiration. Please keep standing strong for us. If I didn't know any better, I would think she was a Fisk woman. Okay, yeah. Y'all love the Jasmine Crockett. I found you live and saying it's good to hear all types of. I appreciate it, bro. Titan Brew, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Show some love on that Cash App. Feel so obliged. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with TNP this morning. I definitely do. Appreciate y'all tapping in with True Masculinity Podcast this morning, man. It's been a great show.
Responsibility. If it were, they wouldn't be handing out billions.
This has been a great show, man. I've been tapping in, listening, man, all morning. I appreciate y'all. Look at that dumb guru yapping. Jan class. Like I said, the liberals be the most butthurt people in the world, bro. I must have hit home with something. I must have hit home with something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when they call you dumb, that mean they just disagree with shit and they don't have any real way to debate you or disparage what you're saying. So they just mudsling and use excuse me, my bad, and use just profane, you know, whatever, disrespectful language and stuff like that. That's funny. When they can't beat you in an argument, they say, you're dumb. You're stupid. Hey, and in Charlie Kirk's situation, I'll kill you. Golly, why did the left take Charlie Kirk from us, man? Dude came from a conservative family, but he obviously, if he dealt with a trans man, he's obviously not conservative. He's backdoorian. Backdoorism is exclusively a nah, I'm lying. There's some weird ass conservative men out there like a motherfucker. I think the vice president, they said the vice president with Trump last term was a backdooria dude. Or I remember Dave Chappelle alluded that he was and tried to joke that he was. And it seemed like he was. It seemed like a little gimp. Sound like a little weirdo Twig Boy Gimp, man. So yeah, man, TNP, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Hit that like button. Tell Mike Johnson to get off Grindr and do his job. Who the fuck is Mike Johnson? Hey, bro, hey, I don't get into politics like that. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, sugarcoat nothing. I ain't really a real political immersed type brother myself, man. That's not something I love to get into. I'm more of a people person, a human rights person, a advocate for black and brown people. I know where I'm at. I know I'm in a European ran country. I know I'm speaking the King's English right now. I understand who I am as a black person, though. I know my history. I know that I know that just because we're the minority in these European countries doesn't mean that we're the minority of this planet. I know that right now we are under subjugation and it is what it is. And I know that I fight for us. I don't sit around pointing the finger at the white man all day because under our circumstances that we're in, it is lovely. It is peachy, man. People sit around complaining all day about the situation, but I don't understand that at all, to be honest with you. You should be busy doing the work, which is basically what Stephen A. Smith tried to tell Miss Crockett here. He was basically trying to purvey the message to her that I think that you should focus on the work, focus on your constituents, focus on the people from your actual town and whatever community that you're over, as far as if you're whatever, they have them everywhere. I forgot what those people are called. But it's like different seats and different communities, like zones and stuff like that, and you're voted in. But if this is who you are, why don't you do more things and focus on what you can do to help your people? So that's how I feel. Like I don't got time to be crying about the European society that we as melanated folks live in, and black folks live in, and brown folks live in. I don't got time because the climate is so advanced at this point. I don't respect people with a victim mentality because it's a choice now. At this point where we're at right now in the world, as far as America, it is a choice to be down in a position that you're in. It is a everyday choice, man. Like, because other countries will put away the dysfunction in order to prosper. If what your biggest thing is economically, as people like to say. A lot of people like to allude that economically black folks have been, disenfranchised and, set back, things of this nature, oppressed, subjugated, whatever you want to say. As far as systemically, as well as systemically, as well as law enforcement wise, legality, whatever you want to call it, legally, punitively, that we've been wronged. And historically, you wouldn't be wrong by saying that. You wouldn't be incorrect in saying that. But at the current time that we're in, the current juncture that we're in right now, I'm talking about this year, the year of 2025, almost over, about to be 2026. It is a choice to be ignorant. It is a choice to have a dysfunctional community. It is a choice to not value your community, not value the small people, the people in your community. It is a choice to be ignorant. So a person with intelligence, a person with a that's done the work, that has a certain level of consciousness, will know that a lot of these people advocate, like Jasmine Crockett and things like that. They don't advocate for you. They advocate for dysfunction, and they use things like optics and identity politics. They know that people don't like Trump just optically because he's a white man. They know the historical factors of it. They know things like that. So they use people like Trump as a jumping point for their own political careers. Like, they're not for you. They're not for trying to uplift you. They're not for trying to educate you and show you that you can do better. They want you to feel sorry for yourself and be in that continual place of victimhood and have a victim mentality. And I think that's just downright wrong, personally. I can't sit around pointing the finger at the white man all day. It's too much work to be done in my own community in order for us to progress, regardless of the white man system, is what I'm saying. And people love to overlook that fact that we have so many things that we could work on internally that have absolutely nothing to do with the white man's system. Like the money we spend, the people we trust, the fact that we don't have anything that we actually do, any people that we actually do trust. The only thing we trust is the black church in our communities. Other than that, we do no real business in the black community. We have no solidarity economically in the black community. The only people that really bring in the bank is the drug dealers and the churches. That is it in the black community. The drug dealers, the churches, and obviously the next thing, the third thing, which will probably be one of the top, will be Right under drugs would be the church might be second under drugs, and third would be the corner store, which is owned primarily by who? People that don't look like us. So I'm just being honest. Just being honest, man. Hit that like button. So yeah. So yeah, so that's just district congressman. There you go. They're called congressional districts. That's what it's called. Yep. So like I said, I definitely don't profess to be the most well versed in the political realm at all, because I feel like it's all bullshit. I feel like Jasmine Crockett, everybody is full of shit. But when you have people like Trump that are doing things actionable, that are actually influencing and affecting people, I'm right along with it, especially if it's positive. The gas prices have gone down. Boom. Like, it's certain things, bro, you gotta accept as reality. If he's doing things that's actionable and it's actually helping us as a people, I'm gonna say good job. Like, I'm gonna take advantage of it. Like, I'm not gonna sit around and complain about everything and act like, bro, what do we get under Biden Harris, bro? Somebody tell me right now in the comments, what do we get under the Biden Harris administration? Tell me right now. Jan Claus, tell me, what do we get under the Biden Harris administration? Tell me right now. What did the American citizens get? I know you're gonna say what the Republicans had the Senate and all that bull. Well, I mean, what do we get? That's what I want to know. A stable economy, man. I'm gone. I'm gone, man. Y'all been intellectually dishonest, man. I'm gone, bro. Half of a lot more green power, so we ain't hurting on our earth. Oh my God, what are you, a hippie? Come on, dog. I feel you though. I feel you because I am for that type of lifestyle, and so I smell you. I smell you on a green planet. You know what I'm saying? Tax cuts for the poor. Bro, what's dad already did the child tax credit. He just put on another $1,000 or something. It wasn't nothing crazy. Healthcare, mine is about to go from $800 a month to $1,750 a month. Golly, what the how is that? How would that be? Golly, how would it go from that to that? Like 800 to 1,750? How? That's wild. That's wild. But hey, man, hey, hit that like button. Hit that like button. I just want to be okay for my kids. I got kids too, man, but there's no guaranteeing that either. You know what I'm saying? The world could be hit by a meteor. You know, I mean, we don't have any type of control over that. Like, and yeah, I mean, I understand that as far as like the fracking and people. I know a lot of folks really afraid of what they call it, the global warming and stuff like that. I feel you on that. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I would say, are you a believer in God, or do you not believe? Like, do you believe that man understands the earth completely? Because how do we know these things aren't renewable? You know what I'm saying? That's also something we got to understand. Like, we don't have all the answers. Like, we don't have all the answers. Like, how do we know that these things are doing irreversible damage to the earth? Like, you know what I'm saying? I believe in a higher power. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying destroy the earth with smog and destroy the atmosphere with all this shit that we already been doing in the carbon monoxide and all this exhaust from cars and smog and all this shit. It's already destroying the atmosphere and shit like that in the ozone layer. Definitely not for destroying the earth, man. You know, we got to leave something for the next generation for sure. It's like, but, you know, I feel it. I ain't mad at that. I got kids myself. Do not want them to live in a toxic environment. But I feel like it's already going toward that way where we are going green regardless. That's just what the technology today is taking us anyway. You know what I'm saying? So hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. We out here, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Boy, it's been a good one. TNP, hit that like, subscribe, throw some on that Cash App. It's in the link is in the description box. Show some love. We out here 5,000. Appreciate y'all tapping in this morning, man.